Dawson here at Vivint Smart Home Arena. It's a mouthful, where the Thunder lose again. Second straight blowout loss, 109-89 to the Utah Jazz here tonight. And a game that really underscored some of the problems that the Thunder have in the short term and in the long term. In the short term, obviously, another game where the Thunder miss Victor Oladipo at both ends of the court. It was more, I think, defensively than offensively tonight. Steven Adams said afterwards that they had a lot of the same problems they had in a 114-95 loss at Portland on Tuesday, but those problems weren't as bad. They did a better job defensively, still gave up too many open looks from three-point range, a step slow on some rotations, gave up some good shots in the Jazz, ended up making 13 of 23 three-pointers. In the short term, the Thunder miss Oladipo. Look, they miss his scoring, certainly. They miss having the extra shooter out on the floor. They miss another guy who can create plays. They really miss him defensively. He's a guy who would have helped, certainly, tonight against Rodney Hood, and those aren't excuses for the Thunder. They played very poorly the last two games, but Oladipo's absence really matters. And the way it matters most, I think, is in the big picture, because it makes you realize how much of a burden there is on Russell Westbrook. He once again doesn't have a triple-double. That's 3 straight games without a triple-double. And crazily enough, that's news now. When Russell Westbrook doesn't get a triple-double, it's become news. He expressed some frustration after the game, said triple-double talk is getting on his nerves, but the fact remains that Thunder has a much better record when he gets one than when he doesn't, and a lot is being asked of Russell Westbrook right now. Billy Donovan said he's going to be who he's going to be. They're not concerned about that load, but without Oladipo, it underscores just the sort of nature of this Thunder roster, which is there isn't a lot of depth. There isn't always a lot of help for Russell Westbrook, and that help is definitely missing without Oladipo, and it was very apparent in these two back-to-back games. So the Thunder go back home. They need to get back home, a tough road trip. No word on Oladipo's status for this weekend, and we'll find out more about that as the week goes on. For now, here's some post-game video from Billy Donovan and Russell Westbrook.
There's a lot of open shots, not just around the basket, but some threes, some pull-ups that we usually make. So.
Is that a particularly tough defense to dig yourself a hole against like that?
Any team, when you go down, especially on the road, it's tough to come back from. Tonight was one of those nights.
You guys chipped away a little more than last night. You got it down to 6. Did you think you had something going at that point? Did you think you were at least making a push?
Defensively, we did a good job. Did a great job, but just sticking to what we do. And it was good for us for a little bit.
It's kind of crazy that you not getting triple doubles is news. But is it realistic for you, or for people to expect you to continue that kind of historical pace?
I don't know what's realistic, but I just go out and play every night, man. That's it. I really don't care what people think is real or what's not. I just go out and compete, and that's it.
You accept that when you get triple doubles, you guys have a great record. When you don't, it's not very good.
I honestly, man, people in this triple double thing is kind of getting on my nerves. Honestly, people think that if I don't get it, it's like a big thing. When I do get it, it's a thing. If I just let me play, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. It is what it is. I really don't care. Like for the 100th time, I don't care. All I care about is winning, man. Honestly, all the numbers shit don't mean nothing to me.
The league and the players' union reached an agreement on a new collective bargaining agreement tonight. What does it mean to be able to get that done quickly and early?
That's good, better than last time. Did a good job of communicating and able to kind of come to an agreement tentatively, and that's a great start for both parties.
Russ, were you pretty engaged on that front as far as the talks?
I'm our team rep, but I wasn't like on the floor. Obviously, we played the last 2 days, so it was tough for me to do that.
Anyone else for Russell?
Making a comeback. Why did they never quite get over the hump?
Well, I give Utah credit. I thought they made a lot of timely three-point shots. Certainly, going out of the half, we backed up on, I think it was on Mac, and he knocked down a 3 and closed the half out. We had a couple of late clock situations that they made some threes, and probably needed to defend that a little bit better. And then, to be honest with you, I thought we had. I know Gobert's a great rim protector, but I thought we had some shots around the basket that we normally could have made, should have made, that we didn't make. I thought that bled into our struggle scoring. I thought we got the ball we wanted to go. We got to the free throw line. but I thought it was their ability to make threes. And, you know, obviously we didn't have a great shooting night from behind the line ourselves.
You guys haven't had back-to-back losses, many like this year. Was this to be expected with Victor out and trying to make adjustments, or what did you
Well,
think this
I
was
certainly
like?
don't want to make excuses for that because, you know, in a long NBA season, you're going to have players going in and out based on injuries or illnesses or different challenges. But looking at last night, we wanted to clean up turnovers. I thought we did a better job of that. I think there's some areas that we wanted to try to improve upon that I thought we did. I thought the difference was our three-point defense probably wasn't where it needed to be. I thought they made a couple tough shots early, give them credit, but there was a couple of breakdowns we had. We gave them some open threes. But I think for our team, especially some of our younger guys, this is a learning and growing experience, and one that we need to keep trying to get better and improve. It was good to see some of the things that we addressed this morning going into the game. We did do a better job with.
What impact did starting Morrow and Collison have in that second half from either veteran presence or spacing, anything like that?
Yeah, you know, I thought we closed out the second quarter fairly well. They had obviously got the momentum with max 3. But I just thought with where the game was at, 12 points, that if we could go with some veteran guys and maybe see if we could get ourselves back in the game, knowing that we're going to eventually obviously have to sub. What I didn't want to have happen was, you know, come in there in the start of the third quarter and all of a sudden they go on a quick 6-0 run and now it's, you know, all the way up to 18-20. So I give those guys starting the third quarter a lot of credit. They played well, got back in the game. And then I thought it was some missed opportunities around the rim for us. I thought it was timely shooting by them. And they obviously, you know, made the plays that were necessary in the game.
You guys have a great record when Russ gets a triple-double and not a good one when he doesn't. Are you concerned about how much he has to do to put you guys in a position to be successful?
You know, I say this all the time with him. He's going to play the way he always plays. He always is really good about evaluating how he plays, where he can get better. I think the thing that's interesting for him that really nobody's talked about is once he gets through the league in terms of how he's being defended, he's really good at making adjustments from game to game. And obviously with, you know, some of the teams we're playing for the first time this season, you know, he's seeing what they're doing, how they're guarding, and then generally the next time he's better. But the only reason I say that is because he's obviously playing with some different and some new pieces on our team. But he's going to be who he is. I think the biggest thing we talk about with Russell and all the time, and I think Russell really talks about this a lot, is just playing efficiently. You know, as long as he's playing efficiently. And I've said this before, like, he had a hard time getting triple-double tonight because of the shooting percentage that Utah shot and the fact that we didn't shoot the ball well. So there goes rebounds and assists right off the board there. And again, we need to, like I said, I thought we did some better things defensively. I just thought our three-point defense wasn't great. I thought we had some really slow closeouts in the third quarter where they kind of broke the game open, where we gave up a couple corner threes we did not need to give up. We needed to run them off the line. Some of those guys need to learn from that. But Russell's going to be who he is, and I want him to play to his identity and play to, you know, really what's made him one of the best players in this league.